today I'm just going to do a simple stitching video showing you two hand sewing techniques, mainly because one of my favorite maxi dresses have this tear on the side, so I just wanted to fix that. But before I show it on that piece, I'll just show you on that piece of that piece of material, because with this one it's a bit hard to see what I might be doing. So let's get started. Okay, so you need some thread, obviously. Cotton thread is preferred because it's a bit stronger, and a needle. This is very small, but my personal preference is smaller, so it won't leave like those hole marks like this on your material. And you obviously need the piece that you're going to be sewing on, some scissors. If you want to do it on a material like this, I would recommend getting matching thread. This one's already sewn in red color thread, so I got thread that's matching somewhat similar colors. Alright, so first of all, what you want to do is thread the needle, and you can see there's a little eye on the needle, or a little hole, and you want to put the thread through it. It can be a bit difficult. To make it easier, what you can do is cut the thread at an angle. That way it kind of creates a point, which makes it easier for you to thread it. And also you can just wet the end with a bit of saliva. I know it's a disgusting thing, but it helps to stiffen it up. So I'm just gonna thread this through. And cut the desired length, and I like to do double because it's stronger. And you want to get this even, get these ends even, and then put a knot. What you're gonna do is just wrap your finger like this with the thread, and the end should be there, and then you're gonna roll it between your thumb and index finger, and then pull it down, and then you'll have a thread, the knot. Okay, so I'm going to do a back stitch. I'm going to show you how to do a back stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do a blanket stitch. So a blanket stitch is usually sewn on the edge to connect two ends, and a back stitch is usually sewn across to connect two layers, but a back stitch is stronger than a normal stitch. So what you're gonna do is, you always want to put the knot through to the back of the material where it's not visible. Don't put it from the front. So it doesn't matter on this one, or it won't matter on the dress because it's still the back side. Okay, so you are going to put your needle like that, and then take it a little further and put it in again. And then from the other side, try to keep it even. Stick it back up, and then go back to the same hole. That's why it's called back stitching. So you're going back and stick it back down, and then you should have that. It should be a little bit forward, but the back's gonna look like this. Okay, let me just keep doing. So, gonna do that. When you do that, you can, if you want to do it quicker, you can just go in here and then at the same time go there. That way you can make a quick stitch like that. I'm doing it slow because I'm teaching you guys, but if you wanted to do it faster, then you can obviously. It's hard to film and sew at the same time because I'm holding the camera in a weird angle. Okay, don't loop it through. Okay, so it should look like that, and the back would look like this, overlapping. So we'll do it one more time. And also, I know it's going away, but just try to make it even, like parallel to the edge, because otherwise it's just gonna be crooked. It's hard to focus the camera and film and sew at the same time. If you're a beginner and it's difficult for you, maybe draw a line, or you can pin along the way, and then you'll know where exactly you need to do it. Okay, so as you can see, the stuff I did off camera is perfectly straight because it's closer to me, and I'm focusing on what I'm doing, not on the camera. So anyway, this is how it should look like, not that. That was just demonstration on camera. So this is how it should look like. And that's the back. So when you want to finish it, what you're gonna do is just go back to the other side and just gather a little bit of fabric and the other thread like that, and then you're gonna loop it in and tie a knot. Do it a couple of times until you're satisfied that it won't come apart. So like that. And that way you can just cut this off. And if you turn this inside out, it'll look really nice. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it, but yeah, ignore this part. This is how it should look like. So yeah, let's move on to do the blanket stitch. Okay, so to do the blanket stitch, I'm just going to use this side because there's free bits on this side and I don't want it to get caught. Okay, so same as before, tie the knot, start about there, stick the needle through, and for the first stitch you had to go twice, so go around and then come back to the same spot. And then for the second one, you're just gonna loop it like that and keep it like that. And then you're gonna go a little bit further away, stick the needle through again and loop it. And then you'll have your first blanket stitch, and you just want to keep doing it. Again, loop it through. Okay. Okay, so this is what the final result will look like, and that's what the back looks like. It should be the same thing on either side. So sorry about the first bit because I got a knot on my thing, but yeah, this is what it should look like. When you get the hang of it, you'll make sure to keep things even. Yeah, but when you're practicing, it doesn't really matter. Just try to get the stitch technique correct and all that stuff. So then when you do the final one, as you can see, you can just loop it through once again with the bit of fabric, and you can finish your stitch right there. Make sure to do it a couple of times so it won't untie. So that's that. Now I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna do my dress here, and I will do a back stitch along here. And then because they have done this, now this is a different machine which obviously I don't have. I'm gonna use the blanket stitch to do that, but I'll do a back stitch and then blanket stitch on the top with this colored thread, and I'll show you the final result. Now you want to take your scissors and cut these fray bits before you sew. So I just finished it. I'm not sure if it's that visible, but that's the back stitch, and the blanket stitch is on the top. As you can see, it looks very different from what was commercially stitched. So yeah, it's very strong, and it won't fray now. So I'll show you. So see, it does look like it's been made on the machine. So yeah, doesn't look like it's gonna come apart. So that's it, you guys. That is the video on how to do blanket stitch and the back stitch. I hope you guys learned something, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a nice comment and like my video. See you next time. Bye.